What's up guys, we're here, and in today's video I will explain the backstory of one of the most violent characters in God of High School, and that is Gangman, the delinquent who destroyed Gogam in a 1v1. But before I start, make sure to subscribe for more God of High School content, and make sure to follow me on Twitter.Fearzam. Now let's go back 13 years ago in Korea. A little boy by the name of Manseok was living with his mom and his abusive father. Day after day, he was seeing his dear mother getting beat down by this man he calls his father, and he was just standing there crying. But one day, the boy sees his father on his knees begging for mercy, and at this point, Manseok realized that his dad was just trying to be strong in front of the weak, showing weaknesses. But he will be different. He won't be just like his father of his. That's why at the age of 5, Manseok decides that he won't kneel for anyone. 10 years later, Gangman becomes a street thug, one of the strongest to be exact. But suddenly, a group of 30 students tries to ambush him. However, he managed to knock them out, all of them. Later on, a challenge appeared and beats the crap out of Manseok, and his name was Jiggle Taik, a fighter with long aquamarine hair and crimson eyes that will be important to the story of God of High School. After beating him, Jiggle looks at the street thug and says, I came here all the way from Boshan after hearing how strong you were, but what a waste of time. Manseok looks at him on his knees, trembling. I'm not like him. I'm different. I'm different than that man. I won't do it. I will not do it. This is not me. I am not just like my father. And that's the only thing he wouldn't do. The one thing that showed someone's weakness. The only thing that his father taught him. And that is in fact kneeling. The only words he said was, "Please, show me mercy." Repeating it again and again until Jiggle decides to send him to the hospital for 30 weeks of fractured bones and bruises. After he got healed, Manseok tries to kill himself by jumping off the building, saying, "I'm not like you. I'll never be like you." But before he does that, a mysterious woman appeared and offered him power to beat others and have a name for himself. After taking the offer, Gangman trained and trained to obtain the power that we call ITF Taekwondo. But he couldn't obtain another power by the name of Charyok, a power that I will explain on a future video that is a little bit complicated. But because of that intense training, a year later, Manseok decides to take revenge on Jiggle by going on a rampage in his school, the Boshan High School, and kills more than 300 students. And it was then believed that he was still wearing the same straight jacket and those heavy pants while brutally killing those students. In the present, he was invited to be in the God of High School tournament with a level 12 and having restraining arms as a downside, as a handicap. And we saw him use ITF Taekwondo multiple times, but the recent one was against Gogam, where we saw him use one of the ITF right flamingo stance, that is the wave rebound, a technique that is used to reflect energy waves or shock waves of the enemy back at them, just like we saw Gogam use the yin yang 5 element strikes on Manseok. But of course, it got countered, and this was the full backstory of Gangman. I know we saw this man getting brutally kicked by Jin in the latest episode, but he will be more and more relevant in the story, that is in season 2. If they make it, of course. And yeah, like I said, if in the next episode they're probably going to talk about what God points, Charyok, I already have a video that is ready to be uploaded about this, guys. So don't be worried about this. It's complicated, but I made it into a 3-minute video. Don't worry about this. But before I go, I just want to give my personal thoughts on Gangman, of course, and I think he's really a unique character. I love how we saw him beat a lot of opponents at the start of the episode or the webtoon, and thought that he will be a little bit more stronger than the main cast, but unfortunately he got beat up so quick and so fast. It was like a disappointment, but you know, what did you expect from someone who looks and feels like Goku? But overall, he was a great character. I loved his backstory. It's been a long time since I've seen a backstory like this, where the character has a main goal in the whole story, and that is not kneeling for anyone, and one day he just decides to do it. That is really deep. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter for more anime manga content. And see you guys in the next video.